We're back here on the Lynn Hayes Freeland Show. I love this time of year because there's so many different exciting things we get to talk about on the show. This morning, we're going to talk about a production called Holiday Magic. It is a show by A-Star, and she is the queen of magic. We're going to talk to her a little bit in just a minute, but right now, I just want you to take a gander at what A-Star has to offer. Take it away.
You should see your face.
Welcome to the show. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, a box of money. So come on over and have a seat with that suitcase of money. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So I introduced you as A-Star, but we know you as Victoria Bay.
Correct.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So how long have you had an interest in, have you done magic?
Then, the long story is this. I have a daughter, and when she was about 5 years old, I had a party for her, and I wanted something special at her party, and I thought, I want magic at our party. So I went to the South Side. There was a place called the Cuckoo's Nest. They sold magic things. I bought about 7 items, took them home, practiced, and did magic for her birthday party. Well, at that point, I was married, a wife, mother, working full-time, and going to school part-time. So I couldn't keep magic. That was fun. I had serious business to do.
Okay.
So when I retired from my job, I said, I'm going back to pick up my magic. I'm reinventing myself. Wow. And hopefully being a role model to women who aren't afraid to take a risk and to do something different in spite of their age.
So here's the thing. I mean, when we think about magic, we think about shows. I don't know any other way to say this other than very candidly, we don't think about women of color in that role.
It's a reality, and there are not many of us at all. I belong to several magic organizations. There's a Society of American Magicians, International Black Magical Artists Organization, and IBF. They all are magical institutions, and they've been around for decades.
Wow.
Except for the last one, which is relatively new, and it's created by magicians of color, by the way. Anyone can join, but it was a need that was met by us. And so when I go to the conventions, there aren't many of me there at all. And quite often I am the only one there.
No kidding.
And women, period, a lot of them assist the men. They bring on the items, but they don't.
Oh, sure, they're the Vanna Whites
yes,
or whatever.
Yes, and they do that very well. But I write, produce, and star in my own show.
Okay, we're going to see some more in just a minute, so calm down. We are going to see more. But you mentioned your show, and so that's kind of like the perfect segue for me at this point because you do have 2 shows coming up very soon. Let's talk about those.
I do. In fact, I snuck one on you. I have 3.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yes,
all
I
right.
have one December the 5th at the Homewood Library.
Okay.
At 1 o'clock, it's a matinee. A lot want to come out at night, and there are school kids that the schools will bring them in the afternoon.
Okay.
So December the 5th, 1 o'clock, Homewood Library. And the 2 largest ones will be at Pittsburgh Playwrights Theater, owned by Mark Southers, on December the 15th. One at 3 p.m. and the other at 8 p.m.
Oh, so you have 2 shows on the 15th,
Yes.
3 p.m. and 8 p.m.
Yes.
And give me an idea, how much do these shows cost? I mean, they're basically very affordable tickets.
Very affordable. For seniors, it's $12. For adults, it's $15. For children, on the Saturday shows, $5. But for the matinee, it's only $3.
Now, you know, it's one of those things that we talk about, we think about, like you mentioned, you got interested in this initiative of your daughter's birthday party. We tend to think of children, but you have the ability to dazzle all ages.
Absolutely. I think magic is for everyone. And there's certain tricks people may gear down to children, but what I do, it mixes it all together. I do history, in terms of magic. I do a little science in terms of magic. And so my show, and I can design a show specifically for you.
Okay.
Say if you're having adults and there's a theme you want me to create, I can create a theme filled with magic around whatever you desire.
Now, you know, sometimes in our community, we have issues with certain things.
Oh, yes.
Is magic one of those, or is that like from a long time ago?
No, it still exists today. When I
Okay.
approach certain people about magic, particularly our people, they think it's voodoo, they think it's
Right.
devil's work. And I tell everyone, magic is just practicing something and doing it well. It has no religious connotations. It has no connection with the devil at all. It's about learning, doing them very convincingly.
Now, we're going to see a couple more tricks after this commercial break, but I want to get an idea. Like when you're practicing a trick, does it take like weeks before you feel like you've perfected it? Is it hard to say? Because it seems very, timing is a big part of everything that you do.
Magic is magical, meaning that you can do a trick well today and something may go wrong tomorrow. It could be timing, it could be something didn't fit together the way it needed to fit together. It requires practice, and we normally say, don't do the trick if you have not practiced it at least 50 times.
Okay.
Because you want to be able to have the rhythm with it, you want to be able to work it out if something goes awry, you know?
Okay,
So.
and that happens like anything else.
Yes,
Yeah. All right.
yes.
We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to see a little bit more. I'm so excited about
So am
this.
I.
Don't go away when the Lynn Hayes Freeland Show continues. And don't forget, we're online at kdka.com. If you want to see these tricks over and over again, just go to our website. We'll be right back.